Hey there, it is Tomster here on the behalf of Indie Structural Productions doing the RWBY guitar build videos again. Now we're doing the lacquering. Because of the sort of budget that I'm working on, which is pretty much zero or close to zero budget, I could not afford a proper spray booth. I could not afford to go to a workshop. No, doggy, don't breathe the fumes. Yeah, don't worry, the dog went away. I locked her inside after this, because I didn't notice that she actually came outside. Yes, so I could not afford a workshop or a paint spray booth and stuff, so I was spraying from a can. But if you know how to use this sort of like spray, varnish, or lacquer correctly, you can get a very good finish out of it. So I'm used to using this stuff, so I do know the little ins and outs of making it look nice and making it durable at the same time. So fairly straightforward, just putting on small coats of lacquer every time. And yes, I am lacquering the fretboard, but because it is a maple fretboard, that is what sometimes you do. Especially look at Fender guitars. Fender guitars, they do have, well, they use nitrocellulose lacquer, but same difference anyways. And the point I wanted to make here was the fact that, like, because I'm using lacquer, yes, it's more durable under play and under stress, but also the fact that it brings out that yellow color that I actually need for this guitar. Because I do have already, I have the black, I have white, and I have red. I do need the yellow to be represented from Yang. It could have been a little more yellowish, but I think it turned out okay. I think it drives the point across good enough. Now, going back inside, lacquer has set, so I'm using 800 grit wet and dry paper and wet sanding the lacquer down. The reason you do this is so that you get the smoothest finish you can out of the lacquer, because straight off the bat it does feel very, very rough and it doesn't feel nice, it doesn't look nice. So you use wet sandpaper to kind of smooth that down. 800 grit especially is ridiculously fine. Well, not ridiculously fine, you can go finer than that, but 800 grit definitely works in this aspect. Using lacquers like this from a can, it is more than enough. So once that's all well and done. God, I can't even speak anymore. So once that's all done, go ahead and take some tissue paper and just clean off all that excess gunk that you would get from wet sanding. So that's all the grit and all the varnish that has come off. And be sure to do that all over where you had the varnish and where you've sanded. So fretboard as well included. And here you see me doing the exact same here on the body. I think this is the second time I'm wet sanding it, because you can see from here, you can see how well it reflects the light, that it is already starting to give a good shine and a good gloss finish. And that's exactly what we're going for. We're going for a good, nice gloss finish. Can't go super high gloss because I don't really have polishing compounds and stuff like that lying around, but I did the best I could. Very straightforward once again. But hey, just talking about random stuff here. People who are watching this video, what have you thought of the format? Has the music and everything been okay? Longer or shorter videos, which ones are better? Do I need to work on something? I know my commentary isn't always that great, but you know, it's hard to put commentary on things where you can literally see what I'm doing. So it's like I could be telling, well, now I'm cleaning everything up with tissue paper here and just feeling that everything's all nice and smooth, and then making sure that I've done everything correctly here and there, and then repeat the process. Oh yeah, doing shielding now using aluminium tape, or whatever you want to call it. Aluminum or aluminium. Man, that's a hard word for me to say. Tape to shield out the cavities. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. Yeah, seriously, feedback. I would love to hear some feedback on how I can make these videos better. I will work on camera angles and stuff. I know that these are very, very rough. Sometimes I use the viewfinder on my phone because I'm using a GoPro. so it doesn't have a screen of its own. So sometimes I'm using my phone to kind of see what the angle looks like, but most of the time, because I'm working on this, and then I remember that, oh yeah, I need to film, so I put the camera on just filming, and I know the angles aren't the greatest, but I am working on it. So yeah, let me know how I could improve these videos, if there's certain aspects or certain things that you would like me to talk about while you're watching these videos. Hey, let me know. Ideas are very much welcome and appreciated. So I do want to like kind of make content that you want to watch, so to speak, because that's what it's all about, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I used to make videos in the sense that like sort of like notes for myself on things that I've done in the past that I can go back on, and it's like, oh yeah, I used to do that and this. But now I do really kind of want to put in the effort to make videos that people want to watch, instead of just like something that I would want to go back and look at someday. So what I'm doing here, once again in the background, I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. Once again in the background, you can see that there's my phone filming, live streaming. I'm live streaming me putting the guitar together, and just testing how the neck fits. Wasn't exactly fitting the way I wanted, so I needed to go back and drill the holes a little bit more, just so I don't break anything. Got the neck sitting well. Next thing I want to do is put in the tuners, or the machine heads. Use a ruler to make sure that they're all in line, because I don't want them all over the place. I want them to be very, very straight and very, very looking nice and along in a line. And I realized that, yes, I want them looking straight, but I have nothing against them looking gay either. They can choose to be whatever they want to be. That is all fine by me. But as long as they're, nicely formed in a very nice, organized manner in a line, I am going way off tangent here. All right. So with that done, I am gonna go ahead and solder the pickup. What I got 3 single coil pickups from an old Strat, and they had all been pre-wired, but what I wanted to do was have one humbucker for the bridge. So basically that's very simple. I just remove the humbucker, or remove one of the single coils like that, and in its place rewire the humbucker. Very straightforward. I don't know what single coil pickups those are. I forgot to ask the person I was buying, but I do know that the humbucker itself is a Shadow. It's from a Harley Benton kit build, and it does sound fairly okay. I just put a nice cover on it as well to kind of make it look a little nicer, a little cleaner. Wiring up the jack, which is something I always get wrong for some reason. With all of that done, I go ahead and I put on the pick guard. I had to remove the neck just to make sure that the pick guard sits completely properly, because it was harder to put it on with the neck in place. Making sure my pickups all sit nicely, and then starting up to really put the pick guard in place. With the pick guard in place, I go ahead and I flip it over and start putting on the back plate. I wanted to make sure that it was completely in the center and lined up perfectly, and fortunately I could use the grain of the wood as reference as well to make it sit straight. But hey, I'm noticing once again that the video is at an end. I am sorry for such a very odd, tangent, free-flowing stream of consciousness type video, but hope you enjoyed watching this. Be sure to click that like button if you like the video, comment down below, and click subscribe to see more videos every single week. I will try and not be so scatterbrained the next time I do this, but hey, if you enjoyed the whole scatterbrained type thing, I might even keep that up. Yeah. See you guys later, next week then. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some more coffee. Bye-bye.